Hello people, it's Jules Minnow and welcome to my channel. Now I'm going to be back for a little bit, so I'm going to be doing some Twitch, I'm going to be doing some YouTube, and yeah, so if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already followed me on Twitch, go and follow me on Twitch because I will be doing a lot more streaming nowadays. What I'm going to do for you though, right now, is I've gone 10 years into the future on Football Manager 2017 and I'm going to bring you a top 5 players in each position. That way, if you're after a bargain, if you're after the next potential world beater, you may find them in these guides. Now, this part is just going to be goalkeepers, so we're going to have a look at the top 5. I'm going to round them out and sort of have a quick look for you. And then, yeah, if you want to sign them, go ahead and sign them. If you have got your own bargains, put them in the comments, then that way other people who are watching the video can also have a look at those players and sort of dig around and sort of have a scout themselves. But without any further ado, let's get on and have a look at the top 5 goalkeepers in the year 2026. So, Gianluigi Donnar. Now, I'm pretty sure all of you guys who play Football Manager are familiar with this goalkeeper. Plays at AC Milan. Obviously not right now, because in this save he has transferred to West Ham. He went for a fee of around about 44 million in the season 2021-2022. Has done incredibly well. His stats are absolutely amazing. I mean, look at this, like 18 for aerial reach, 16s for command of area and communication. Also handling, kicking and one-on-ones are in the 16 region as well. 11 for first touch, but you're not expecting him to be Messi as he plays in goal. So that doesn't matter. 17 for reflexes, 14 for throwing. He's got 16 for anticipation and decisions. His positioning is 17 out of 20. Agility is 16. And I mean, just look at that graph. That graph is so well-rounded. One of the most well-rounded goalkeeper graphs I've seen for quite a long time. He's got a light-hearted personality. He's right-footed. And yeah, so look, I'm not going to delve into this guy anymore because you lot should already know about him. I don't think he's going to be a bargain. I think if you are going to pay for him, you are going to pay over the odds. I mean, 66 caps for Italy and 6'5" in height. So he is very, very well built for a goalkeeper. So yeah, go ahead, sign the guy. If you've got the funds, he is going to be the best in the world. I'm pretty certain of that. Number 2 on the list, another Italian, Alex Merritt. Now, this guy spent his the early part of his career at Udinese Calcio. He did go to West Ham on this save, so West Ham have had 2 of the top 2 goalkeepers in the world, so they have had some very good goalkeepers on their hands. No pun intended. He went to Ajax on a season-long loan, and then he went to Newcastle for 4.5 million. So I mean, 17.25 million for a number 1 goalkeeper, because no doubt he will become number 1 goalkeeper in your squad if you do sign him. 17.25 million is not a lot of money for a goalkeeper, especially if they stay with you for around about a decade or so. Not only that, but if you can get him for about the £4.5 million figure, it's even more of a bargain. Now let's have a quick look at some of his stats. 15 for aerial reach, 14 for command of area and communication, 10 for first touch, 14 for handling and kicking, one-on-ones is 16, reflexes is 15, throwing is 13. Anticipation is 17, decisions is 16, and positioning is 17, so the same positioning as Donnarumma. 16 for agility, he's left-footed, and a resolute personality. So if you are looking for someone to potentially train goalkeepers for you and tutor them in the future, a resolute personality, I believe, is pretty decent for that. One of the best personalities, I think. So yeah, 6'2", wage figure of about 190 grand. And if you, as I say, if you can get him for that 4.5 million, absolute bargain, do it. And you'll have a very, very good goalkeeper. So number 3 on the list then for the goalkeepers is Valentin Cerny. Now, I've probably butchered that name, and if I have, I do apologise. You'll probably find me doing a lot of that because my pronunciation of certain names is pretty bad. So, Valentin Cerny, 30 years old, so he's 3 years older than Donnarumma, 6'5", on around about 88,000 a week. Right now, he's valued at 17 million. Now, in his career, he was at Steaua Bucharest. He went to Crotone on loan for a season. Then he went to Celtic for 650,000. Now, based on first transfers, that is an absolute bargain figure. 650,000 for a goalkeeper potentially worth 17 million in the future. You got to jump at the chance. You really, really do. Not only that, if you haven't been sold on him already, his graphic looks like Pac-Man. That's absolutely brilliant. If that's not a reason to sign him, I do not know what is. 62 caps for Romania, so he is a Romanian international. 16 for aerial reach, 14 for command of area, 13 for communication. Handling is 13, kicking is 14, so is one-on-ones. Reflexes is 13, and throwing is 15. So some pretty sort of top, I would say sort of on the upper side of average stats all round. He doesn't really lack anything. And for like a Premiership goalkeeper, like a lower end Premiership goalkeeper, you'll probably find he will be absolutely perfect, a real good fit. Right, guys, we've got a Portuguese international for you this time, Tiago Costa. He has got 15 caps for Portugal. Only on about 38 grand a week, so wages are not extortionate. He is only 26 years old as well, so that means at game start he is going to be around about 16, which, if you're looking for a goalkeeper, a number one to last you for quite a while, so somebody to train up and sort of fill in eventually for you, this guy should be pretty much spot on. Now, right-footed, another goalkeeper with a resolute personality. I do not know how much you're going to expect to pay for him, purely because he hasn't moved in this save. He has spent his whole entire career at Porto. So he's now their number one goalkeeper. I don't know how much you're going to pay, so if you have signed him, let us know in the comments. And yeah, so I mean, let's go over some of his attributes. So aerial reach is 16, command of area is 16 as well, communication is 15. His first touch isn't the best, so it's only between 6 and 8. Handling and kicking is 13 apiece. One-on-ones is 12. Reflexes is 14. Throwing is 11. Anticipation is 16. Decisions is 13. And positioning is 16. Agility is 13. So not the greatest agility in the world. You'd probably want somebody a little bit more agile in goal. But, I mean, it's not exactly like he's a tank either. He's only 6'1", so you would expect him to be a little bit more agile and be able to move a little bit better. But another one with the graph, which does look like Pac-Man. So, yeah. If you can get him on the cheap, go for it. I would definitely recommend it. And as I say, if you have signed him, let us know what we should expect to pay in the comments section. Last but not least, then for the goalkeepers, it's Valentin Froman. So this guy is German. He's 5'10", £31,000 a week. So again, a little bit like Costa. Hardly anything that you have to pay for him in the grand scheme of things. Because I think a lot of players these days are on 100k plus. So if you can pay £31,000 for a goalkeeper, who will be your number one, then you really cannot complain at those kinds of wages. Not the best in terms of aerial reach, but like I say, he's only 5'10", so probably I think he's the smallest out of all the goalkeepers we've looked at. Command of area is 14, first touch is 10 to 12, handling is 14, kicking and one-on-ones are 15 each. So he has got some quite good stats, to be fair. Reflexes is 14, throwing is 15, anticipation 16, composure 17, concentration 13, decisions 14, positioning 14. So he's got some very good mental stats as well. Agility of 14, so he's a little bit more agile. Again, with the resolute personality, I don't know if that's going to be sort of some kind of bug with the goalkeepers. Or if they all just genuinely do have resolute personalities, but that's something. 4 out of the 5 goalkeepers we've had a look at have got resolute personalities. Let's have a look at his transfer history. So he did start at Freiburg, and then he moved to Augsburg for only £235,000. So this guy, by far and away, the biggest bargain on the list. Like, if you're going to sign somebody, go ahead and do it. Like, get your purses out, get your wallets out, throw the money at Freiburg. 235k for a potentially sort of number one goalkeeper. I do not think you can complain at that in the slightest. Absolutely perfect signing. Right, so that does conclude our roundup of the top 5 goalkeepers in the world then as of the 1st of July 2026. Let us know if you're going to sign any of them. Let us know if you have signed any of them and how they've turned out for you. And if you can, leave a like on the video. I will heavily appreciate it. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll see you on Twitch and in the comments section. And ciao for now.